Hello again, everyone. This is Joanna Dogillo for Effie App Incorporated. This is presentation number 5 for week 9. If you'll recall, my value proposition is no more lines. Tap in your order, pay for your selection, and walk in and take your items to go with the Tap to Go app. You'll have to forgive me, my cold is still here, but it shouldn't deter from the information that I want to share. So this week I spoke to 3 gurus. I don't know how helpful that was, or perhaps it was my selection in gurus. And I talked to 6 customers, and I changed something with the customers that I chose this week. So I'll go into that. So if you recall from last week, we were moving forward with our business model canvas, and this week we're looking at customer relationships. The customer relationship in having to do with how you're going to keep your customers and the relationship that you need to build with them to get them to purchase your order, your product, to keep them as customers, and then to help grow the revenue from their purchases. So the type of application that I have is really self-service, and it's self-automated, because basically the product is that you download this onto your phone and then that you use it to make purchases. So once it's downloaded, it's really just a very personal end user product. So here's what I thought, my hypothesis. Basically, don't reinvent the wheel. There are very many mobile platform application developers out there that are very successful and have generated revenue in the billions of dollars. One of them being Zynga, very famous for their Farmville, for their With Friends app, Scramble with Friends, Hanging with Friends, Running with Friends, Words with Friends. And basically, I wanted to apply the current methods that are already successful in place that generates revenue for my app that's already being used for apps in the workplace. So Zynga is a good model for me. What I did this week, though, is because I got the sense last time that there was a little bit of a difference between the way men perceived advertising and the way women perceived advertising, I thought I should balance my customers a little bit by making it an even number of men to women in my customer base. So I kind of changed things just a little bit, but I thought it was very interesting. The new male that I added is not necessarily the generation that would be considered tech savvy. I just grabbed this person, easy access, but I think that he just represents the general public, 37-year-old male mechanic, but he does use his cell phone on a regular basis. He carries it with him all the time, and he does use apps. So I thought, well, let's just throw it in there and see what happens. So what I did was I changed that one customer to see, so hopefully I have a balance of males and females. And then I discussed with them how to keep, and grow, how to best get the customers to buy the app, download it, and then keep them using it to help generate revenue, and then grow the business. So the result is that to keep, and grow, what I found from my results is men are not the best word-of-mouth advertisers there are. Men it's just not their type of personality. They will certainly use the app, but if I was going to rely on them, male-centered types of activities, like Facebook or what have you, to tell a friend, that's just not something that men do. So I would have to advertise to them and create relationships with them on a different level and in a different way. Women are more apt to tell friends, family, go on Facebook and talk about it and like it on Facebook, whereas men aren't. Print ads, we'll just have to get to men and catch their attention with the print ads as their initial way of getting the information. And then we have to provide, I realize it's good to provide incentives for downloading the app. To keep the customers going, Not only will I get the revenue from the initial download, but we could provide incentives to encourage friends to download the app on Facebook or Twitter and tell their friends. Again, mainly the females seem to be more open to this idea. And finally, to grow the business, we'll sell advertisement space on the app and then have, strategically paced product placement. So I think it's not a new way of generating revenue. I think it's quite successful and it's fairly easy to do. Thank you.